Alright, so today we've got a puppy that has never been in a crate, and I want to just show you what you can expect when you bring your puppy home. I've got treat residue on my hands, so he's really loving it. But if you just put your puppy into the crate without even properly trying to acclimate, here is probably what you can expect. First off, they won't necessarily want to go in, which is not what we want to do. We want to coax them in, you know, some treats, get them used to it. Come on. And now he'll probably see those treats and then he'll go right in. And so that's the difference in ways. If you just put them into the crate and they think, okay, there's treats, that's one way to put them in there. Otherwise, if you just put them in the crate thinking, all right, that's where dogs go, and they like it in a crate, then he'll be fine. The other thing that I wanted to show you is how they're going to react. They are not, especially if you don't get them acclimated to the crate good, they are not going to react very favorably to the crate, especially right off. And this is different. Right now I'm filming during the day. If you do this at night, if you're doing this to your puppy at night, he's going to cry a lot like this. And that's going to happen pretty much no matter what. Even if you have acclimated your puppy properly. I don't want him to get too stressed out in the crate, so I want to kind of reward them like, okay, good. Hey, good boy. But overnight, they're going to be in the crate, and even when he's sleeping, or while you're sleeping, he's going to be doing a lot of this, and even laying down and barking, and it is going to make for a long night. So the night you bring your puppy home, is going to be a long night for both of you. There are a few things that you can do to make it better. So how do we deal with a puppy who is really suffering? Because you got to remember that's the first time away from their litter. So he hasn't ever been away from at least his litter mates. He's probably been away from mom for a while now because he's been weaned, but it's the first day away from all the litter mates. So he's coming home to an unfamiliar house without any other puppies, and he's in a crate, which he's not comfortable with. So what will happen is he'll bark like this a lot. One thing that you can do that will help you is put it by, when you have them by the crate, is acclimate them. I have another video that kind of shows the first day crate training done properly. That's going to just be giving them attention, making the crate a very rewarding experience overall. And that is what we're going to want to do just overall. You're going to want to get them used to being in the crate, even when it's not nighttime, and that could be where you feed them. So put their food in the crate, so they look at the crate in a very favorable manner. We do like to feed them sometimes in the crate when we're getting started. Or we'll stuff a Kong with treats or their food and put some peanut butter on it and just let them sit in there and lick on that. Put a favorite toy in there. That's one thing that you can do. Another, specifically at night, you will probably want to pull this little crate into the bedroom. With one puppy that we had, what really, really worked for us is she was crying all night. We pulled the crate right beside the bed, and basically my wife slept with her hand on the, like, draped off of the bed over the crate all night. And that was enough for the puppy to finally calm down and go to sleep, and it allowed her to get some sleep as well. So the puppy got some sleep and my wife got some sleep, and I got some sleep. Everybody got some sleep. It was a favorable experience. Now, at night, that pup, she's still a puppy, but she'll walk right into her crate when we bring her in from outside. So that's one thing that we can do. Another thing that really works is your crate acts for your puppies as their little home. So what we can do is we want to make it like a den, because puppies are used to, ancestrally, they like to live in a den. They're den animals. You know, that's where a wolf is going to be. So you put this over it, and it blocks out the light. It blocks out all the interactions outside. And it's just, you know, anything. Sheet, a blanket, something. And it gives them a spot. And a lot of times this works. So if your puppy is barking a lot when you first bring them home, this will work. Now all of these are tips to help you with it, but these are not going to be the cure. The thing that you're going to want to do is kind of a mix of all of these things, where you're wanting to make the puppy feel safe. You want to make the puppy know that when they go in their crate, that is their safe space. That it is their space where they're going to be not punished, but they're going to have a favorable experience. When they come out of their crate, they're going to get some treats. But when they go back into the crate, we want to focus on making the whole experience of the crate favorable. So even just being around the crate, you see that she's still, he is still not afraid of the crate. Like, it's not like he's getting around it like it's an electric fence or something and he won't come around it. He's fine with being around it, and that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that they don't get afraid of it. We do not want to associate being in the crate with negative experiences. Because I know multiple people who have said, you know, when they bring their puppy home for the first time, they are shocked that, oh my gosh, they were up all night. That is something that you're going to expect, especially if, you know, if you have the puppy and you bring them home that first night, they're going to cry. But see, you see that he still got back in here even after that, what would normally be a negative experience. You know, he was crying, and I put a sheet over the crate. So things that people would find negative, he still was able to overcome that. And ultimately, you know, you're going to want this crate to be just a favorable place for them. Another thing that we do here when we're training a puppy, and that I would recommend when you take a puppy home, is to just put treats at random times just throughout the day in their crate, so that they know. It just is like a little thing where, hey, sometimes when I go in that crate, something new's in there. A new toy, a new treat. You know, if you get a bark box, you put that in there. And then they know that going into that crate is not only favorable, and it's something that you're trying to get them to do, but hey, sometimes I go in there and there's a little snack in there for me. There's a little gift. And then you just get them used to coming into the crate. Right now, I don't even have it locked. Not worried about that. I'm just trying to get him adjusted to being in the crate, to understand that it is not a punishment, and this is his place to live. Now you can put a towel in there if you feel like that's better. Sometimes we don't want to do that right off, because it seems like they will kind of pee in it a little bit. And you notice right now that the crate we're using is pretty small. Either that or use a divider on the crate, but you're going to want to have it small because you don't want them to make one place be their sleeping area and another place be their potty area. You want the whole crate to be for sleeping. There's no room for going potty in there. Because if they do go potty in there, then you're going to have to clean it up, and you might be frustrated, and then it might make the thing a negative experience. So if you can go and your puppy never has a crate accident, that is probably a better thing. That's probably the best situation that you can go for. So hope that helps. These are what you should expect when you first take your pet home, your puppy home. No matter what, you should expect a lot of whining that first night. It's gonna, I mean, that makes sense. It's their first night away from their litter mates, first night away from other dogs, especially if you don't have a dog right now. So it's just something that you're going to want them to get used to, and they're going to have to learn that, okay, we go in here and go to sleep. But my puppies now, we have some that just at that time, if they walk into our bedroom at 10 or 11 at night, they're going to go right into their crate. Like they know it's bedtime and they're ready to get into their crate and go to bed. Some of them in the middle of the night will need to go out. This puppy, when he's taken home, I would take him out every 2 or 3 hours. He'll let you know. He'll kind of squirm around and things. But some of them, like some of our puppies right now, they won't even get out. Like I'll open the crate up to let them out, and a couple of them will go out. There's one that she'll just stay in there. She's like, no thanks. I don't have to go pee in the middle of the night. I'm still sleeping. But I'll open it up and give her the opportunity because I want to set her up for success. But as you can see, the puppy, he's learning. He's learning the crate is going to mean positive things for him. He's going to go in there and he's going to get some treats. And sometimes he's going to go in there and things are, it's going to get closed behind him. The door's going to get closed or whatever, but hey, it's all right. It's still a positive experience for him overall. So hope that helps. I'm going to be making a lot more of these kind of videos for what you can expect when you take your puppy home for the first time and how to best get them adjusted so that you have a great puppy. All right, this has been Vincent from Happy Doodle Farm.